Enjoyed this short video. Thank you. Hi everyone! So today I'm going to be talking about the biogeochemical cycles. So first of all, some of you may be wondering, what is this huge word and what does it mean? Well, let's start off with the word biogeochemical. Bio meaning a biography or short biographical profile of someone or something. Geo meaning of or relating to the earth. And chemical meaning of or relating to the interactions of substances as studied in chemistry. The word cycle means a series of events that are regularly repeated in the same order. Put that all together and what do you get? Biogeochemical cycles, which is the cycling of chemical elements and compounds between living and non-living parts of an ecosystem as stated by Merriam-Webster Dictionary. The four common cycles include the water cycle, also known as the hydrologic cycle, and the three nutrient cycles, which are carbon, nitrogen, and phosphorus. Now, some of you may be thinking, why does this matter? Why are the biogeochemical cycles crucial and important to ecosystems? Well, first of all, they are the transformation of matter that make up our planet Earth, and second of all, they are important for ecosystems because they make up water, carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, and so much more things recyclable in the biosphere so that these things would be converted to forms that can be used by living things over and over again. Let's start off with the water cycle. Water is the most important necessity for all of life, but some people do not know how it goes through its series of patterns. Well, let's start off with condensation, which is the process in which gas cools and becomes a liquid, causing the clouds to become heavy so it rains or snows, which is precipitation. Then there is snow melt runoff as well as surface runoff as the snow is melting from mountains onto lakes or rivers. The water is then evaporated from lakes and rivers and transpired from living organisms such as plants, and then the process continues over and over again. Keep in mind that there is not a specific start and end in a cycle. Next, we will be talking about the carbon cycle. Carbon is the key ingredient of living tissue, which means that all living things are made up of carbon. To start off, plants absorb energy and carbon from the sun in a process called photosynthesis. Then, carbon moves from plants and animals through food chains and food webs, which eventually goes to the ground through decaying dead organisms and waste products, to fossils and fossil fuels. After, carbon moves from living things back into the atmosphere again, and fossil fuels are also released into the atmosphere when fuels are burned. There is also plant and animal respiration, as well as ocean uptake where carbon rocks are formed. Then the cycle continues over and over again as well. Next, we will be talking about the nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen takes up about 75% of the Earth's atmosphere. Lightning plays a big role in the nitrogen cycle because it breaks down the nitrogen molecules in the air to combine with oxygen in the atmosphere. Then, nitrogen goes into the ground in a process called nitrogen-fixing bacteria, in which there is a solid nitrogen in the soil that plants use. Then animals, such as rabbits, eat those plants, and then they essentially poop. Then that decaying organic matter goes into the ground as well. Then, the bacteria converts fixed nitrogen into nitrates, nitrites, and ammonia. Other bacteria obtain energy by converting nitrates into nitrogen gas and into the atmosphere in a process called denitrification. This cycle is then repeated over and over again as well. Last but not least is the phosphorus cycle. Phosphorus is found in remains of rocks, soil, and ocean sediments. It is also the most important part of molecules such as RNA and DNA. Rain and wind erode the phosphate-rich rocks from mountains and rivers, then carry those rocks to bodies of water. There is also runoff from phosphates in farming, which is also carried to large bodies of water. Plants also absorb phosphorus from soil, and animals eat those plants as well as decomposers such as mushrooms, break down animal and plant matter, which leaches into bodies of water from soil. The buildup of rocks becomes sediment and forms new rocks, then geological uplift pushes the new rock to the surface. This cycle continues over and over again. Thank you for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed this short video. Thank you.